Israel's controlled demolitions are razing neighborhoods in Gaza. A resort hotel overlooking the Mediterranean. A multi-story courthouse built in 2018. Dozens of homes obliterated in seconds with the pull of a trigger. The damage caused by Israel's aerial offensive in Gaza has been well documented. But Israeli ground forces have also carried out a wave of controlled explosions that has drastically changed the landscape in recent months. At least 33 controlled demolitions have destroyed hundreds of buildings, including mosques, schools, and entire sections of residential neighborhoods, since November, a New York Times analysis of Israeli military footage, social media videos, and satellite imagery shows. In response to questions about the demolitions, a spokesperson for the Israeli military said that soldiers are locating and destroying terror infrastructures embedded, among other things, inside buildings in civilian areas, adding that sometimes entire neighborhoods act as combat complexes for Hamas fighters. Israeli officials, who spoke anonymously because they were not authorized to speak publicly about the issue, said that Israel wanted to demolish Palestinian buildings close to the border as part of an effort to create a security buffer zone inside Gaza, making it harder for fighters to carry out cross-border attacks like the ones in southern Israel on October 7th. But most of the demolition locations identified by the Times occurred well outside the so-called buffer zone. And the number of confirmed demolitions, based on the availability of visual evidence, may represent only a portion of the actual number carried out by Israel since the war began. To carry out these demolitions, soldiers enter the targeted structures to place mines or other explosives, and then leave to pull the trigger from a safe distance. In most cases, Israeli troops have cleared and secured surrounding areas. But in areas of active fighting, the demolitions are not without risk. 21 Israeli soldiers were killed last week as their unit prepared to detonate multiple buildings near the border in central Gaza. Palestinian fighters fired a rocket-propelled grenade in their direction, triggering the explosives, Israeli officials said. The soldiers were clearing the area to allow residents of southern Israel to safely return to their homes, according to Rear Admiral Daniel Hagari, the chief spokesman for Israel's military. In December, a State Department spokesman, Matthew Miller, said that the creation of a buffer zone along Gaza's roughly 36-mile border with Israel would be a violation of Washington's long-standing position against the reduction of territory in Gaza. And experts on humanitarian law say the demolitions, which would prevent some Palestinians from eventually returning to their homes, could violate rules of war prohibiting the deliberate destruction of civilian property. In one video of a demolition from late November, a controlled explosion took down at least 4 high-rise residential buildings just blocks away from a major hospital in Gaza City. Another demolition in December destroyed over a dozen buildings around the city's central Palestine square, which the Israeli military said was home to a large network of tunnels.